Hey guys, machinamechlord here again. And I'm here to come at you guys with what I think is going to be the current meta for this format, as far as like things that are going to be potentially extremely good and very usable, and kind of what I see as a trend of what's going to be played more because of the new ban list. So to start off, we have our harpies with Cyber Harpy Lady, Channeler, and Hunting Ground. Sure, they lost Divine Wind and Mist Valley, but even then, they're still very much alive today and are still very strong. And I'm still playing around with them. And you know what, honestly, the deck itself is just so fast. I mean, if you were to kill them, like, oh my god, I completely just forgot like, the one main card that makes this deck, like, super broken. Hysteric Sign, your main search card. Like, you can easily just pop this off and get a +3, and then you pretty much have game set from there, because like you can just do so many things just off of Sign. It's not even funny. When with Hunting Ground, Sign, and Channeler, you have yourself pretty much instant game victory. Drop a dragon, go for Draco Sack. Yeah, Harpies are a very easy, fun deck to use and are very, very strong, and it's by far one of my favorite decks to play just because it's so fast, and it's nice to be able to play like some older cards and still be able to make something insanely strong out of it with some new stuff. So, and Harpies is a perfect example of like a classic day, deck with a new modern age playstyle. So it's the best of both worlds. Fire Fists just got their tanky back, so Fire Fists are going to definitely be back on the rise. I mean, you have lots of combos with like Boar and Wolfbark, which Wolfbark right now, according to what TCG player says, is like $46 at a low price and $65.98 at a high price. So, I mean, Fire Fists definitely are on the rise again, with the fact that Tenki is back to 3. So definitely be expecting a lot of Fire Fist players, and there's a lot of plays that can be made with just 4-axis Fire Fist. It's honestly my favorite build. I mean, I know that recently a 3.5 axis deck did really well, and came second place at a tournament that I believe it was mCool40 that had posted it. But even the 3.5 axis are really good. I just prefer the 4 axis because, like, to me it's just there's more playability with it in my preference. Heretic Rulers, definitely a lot easier to play because now that the dragons are down to 1, we have a lot more room to put in for tech. It's the deck that I actually own in real life. You have like things like Sue and Tefnuit to get all your special summons out. You can just bring in like Blaster, Tempest, like whatever from the deck with your Autumn, which is good. And Flammable Guard, you know, are one of the main cards of the whole Dragon Ruler engine. Just happens to be a normal monster. So it allows for a lot of advantages to bring it to the field and get into all your synchro combo plays, and you know, you don't even have to exceed with, you know, Heretics when you're playing Dragon Rulers with them. It's pretty much all about synchroing, and it's all about getting that big synchro monster out. And just to really make the deck even that much more powerful, I even tech in things like Silver's Cry or Dragon Shrine, just to speed the deck up that much faster. It makes the deck so broken, and it just gives it a lot of speed that Heretics didn't even have before. Another deck that I'm really expecting to see used a lot is Bujin. They did just recently top 4, but they got a new card out, which is their new monster card, Pavo. It's basically like their version of Ghost Trick Mary for Ghost Tricks. Allows them to special summon Bujin monster from your deck, which is just really good. It's like, let's say your like Yamato dies, you can drop Pavo and then just bring out like Arasuda or something, which Arasuda itself is actually really good. Because if you have Arasuda on the field and you banish like Turtle or Centipede or Clone or something, you can special summon this from, you can special summon this from your hand when you do banish it. So if you have Yamato on the field, banish Turtle or something, you can get Arasuda to the field. And its effect during the end phase, if you add a Bujin card from your deck to your hand, so by drawing it, you can draw a card and discard a card. So Arasuda plus Yamato is an insanely good combo. And I mean, I've talked to a couple of my friends, and they're like, Oh, Arasuda is so overrated. Arasuda is so overrated. Honestly, not really. Arasuda isn't overrated. It's actually really, really, really good. And I prefer using Arasuda when I do play Bujins. That's what I prefer. And I love playing Bujins with Arasuda. And playing with Pavo is actually quite interesting because it's just like it's our savior card to when we don't have Yamato and we don't have anything in hand. So great job to you, Pavo. You've done really well. Quillen, pops off face-up cards. Centipede to pop back row, and Turtle to stop things from targeting them. So the only thing that they really aren't good against is mass destruction. So I mean, you really want to get under the skin of a Bujin player, just go for ultimate mass destruction whenever you can, and you'll get right under the nerves of a Bujin player. Because if you go Black Rose and they don't have warning, well, they're gonna have a really bad day. Since Plague Spreader and Mizuki are at 3, I'm really foreseeing that zombies are going to be really good. I mean, Plague Spreader, Mizuki, and Mali at 3. Wow, that's going to make for some crazy synchro looping, even for things like Vodogre Dragon and Infernity Doom Dragon, because they are applicable. And there's actually another really good card that actually came out that people are really all over, and that's Beel's the King of Dark Dragons. It can't be disturbed by battle or by card effects, but Compulse, Solemn Warning, stuff like that will easily get rid of it. But you can make Beel's Turbo, which is insanely good and insanely fast using things like Dark Grepher. But one of the new things that I'm really gonna be happy when it comes out is Underworld Dragon Necro, because now you can just play. You don't even have to play Polymerization in the deck. You can just play Dragon's Mirror, banish 2 out of the graveyard, and then boom, go for Dragon Necro. The card is so freaking broken. It is literally just broken. 3000 attack, and when it attacks a monster, that monster can't be destroyed by that battle, and at the end of the damage step, that monster's attack becomes 0, and you special summon a token that has the exact same attack and the same level as the monster that you attacked. So that's going to make some extreme synchro plays if you're playing Dragon Necro. So there's a lot of playability here with Dragon Necro. It's just going to boost zombies to the extreme. Infernities have been getting played a lot, whether it's the XYZ loop or the synchro loop. They're all very fast and very fun and very trolly, but their turns literally take forever. So if you want to play a long game, play Infernities. Wow, that just takes forever. I mean, Archfiend gets all their searches out, Necromancer to keep reviving, and Avenger is their tuner, with things like Launcher and Barrier to protect them. I mean, it's insane, and they can go for Doom Dragon, Void Ogre, Beels. Pretty much they can do the same thing that zombies can, just much slower. But it's the fast that they can get out their stun cards that makes them good. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is Karakuri Girgia. Now, I've been seeing these get played a lot in mass number lately. You'd be surprised how many people have actually started playing Girgia. I mean, they're getting their new Girgiano card out soon, the MK3. That's just going to boost the deck overboard, and they're going to be able to go for Girgia XG, which is another amazing card for the set. But I think honestly, there's better choices to go for than XG. But starting off with Accelerator, combo with Birdman, go for some mass synchro looping. Very easy to do, and very consistently done. Girgiano MK2, just for revival power of Girgia cards. Girgiano, attribute it to grab level 4 machine type monsters. And Girgia Armor is their main search card. They can literally just get out all their accelerators, grab all their accelerators, then go for Girgia and X, pull Birdman, and just start looping to hell, which is good. Mix them with Karakuri, throw in a barrel so you can go into things like Nature Beast, Strategist so you can go for Barkion with a Girgiano, and then Watchdog to combo with your accelerators and your Girgia armors to go for Burrito, or I mean you can even use Strategist or Watchdog to go for Beret. with the according levels, but the deck itself is really good and really fast, and I've been seeing it get played a lot, so that's just my forte on the meta. I mean, you're probably going to see things like Chaos Dragons, you're going to still be seeing 6Ms even though they're kind of dead. Light Swords you're still going to be seeing because they're really cheap and easy to get your hands on, but there's not too many decks that I'm foreseeing going to be topping all the time other than these ones. I mean, these are just kind of like what I've been seeing getting played a lot here on DN. I mean, I don't know what I don't really follow like a lot of the meta winners, only because like Madolche's topped like like Madolche's topped last year at the end of 2013. So I mean, even them, they're pretty meta too. I mean, there's a lot of definitions as to what you can consider meta and non-meta. I mean, you're gonna have your rogue decks that are gonna be playing a lot of I mean, you're gonna be seeing rogue decks. You're gonna be seeing anti-meta. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. I mean, Utopias are gonna be pretty popular for a rogue style deck. I mean, you could call it a Utopia deck, but Utopias can go for a lot of different things. So I mean, it's kind of just like, I don't know. There's a lot that could be there. So this is just my take on what I've been seeing a lot recently get played a lot, especially by a lot of big players like Nesh. I mean, Mermails even are still a good meta, and I even forgot to go over those, but I don't want to make this like a half an hour about talking about it. But anyways guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this has actually kind of helped you get an insight on what the meta is going to be and kind of how to set up your decks and set up for your tournaments and stuff like that when you actually go to like regionals or YCS or whatever it is you guys want to go to. Whether you're going to nationals, which nationals here in America is in such a crappy place. Nationals here is supposed to be in Chicago, which is going to be terrible. Like, why would you put Yu-Gi-Oh players in Chicago anyway? That's just not good at all. But anyways guys, I'll see you guys later. Remember to like and subscribe, and peace out.